Okay. Quick story about the life of Patrick. Well, me, Patrick. Childhood memory. A lot of people ask why I got in the boxing. I don't seem like the type of box. But I'll tell you why I love to fight and my reason for getting into it and my passion behind it is at least one story into the reason why I love to fight. Um, I think I was what anywhere between 8 and 10. Well, me and my sister was down the street at this restaurant and received word that my mother had got into a fight and everything. Arrive on the scene, and lo and behold, we hearing this story about how my mother was fighting two girls or something like that. They were trying to wait for her to get drunk or something like that and jump on her. I don't know the story, but the story I heard that my mama defended herself well, which made me happy. Of course, thinking my mother like a superhero or something like that. It was some crazy jump. But later on that day, my mother left, and when she came back, she got out the car, and because the neighbor had took her somewhere, but she got out the car, and it's like the whole neighborhood was pretty much out there, and the girls that tried to jump on my mother earlier, at least one of them was fighting my mother. And me and my sister went outside, and that's when my sister went over there to help my mother. And I've always looked up to her because she's always been brave, had all the heart that I never had. I was a little punk as a little boy, scared to fight or anything. I mean, I'll fight if I have to, but scared to fight nonetheless. But my sister went out there, so her and some other girl fighting. So you got my sister fighting, my mother fighting. I'm feeling helpless. I'm a guy, and I'm like, I can't do shit to defend my family or help my family. And then I run my ass out there, you know, out of fear and trying to save my family or whatever. And this big ass dude, I remember who he was. He was a couple of years older than me, but I was scrawny as hell, and he was all stocky and shit. Bowed the shit out of me, face into the mud. I told me it was thunder and lightning out there, and I guess it got finished raining, but my face in the mud. I'm sitting there crying. Sister over there fighting, mother over there fighting, and we don't have no family down here in Georgia, so it was kind of tough for me to grasp. Cause the only thing I kept thinking that my family finna die and they ain't got shit to do. Like, what can I do? I'm scrawny ass little boy, can't defend my family. But eventually, the fighting stopped, and my mother, my sister in the house, everybody's in the house, and they take our power meter out of our apartment. So all our electricity off. So it's pitch black in the house, thunder and lightning flashing, thunder going. So at this point, they start throwing bricks and bottles through our window. And my mother took me and my sister, and we was hiding under the bunk bed. And she's holding on to us while they continue to throw bottles and bricks through our window. And thunder and lightning going on. And I'm scared for my life because I just feel like some crazy shit finna happen and somebody finna get hurt. Next thing you know, you hear boom, 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 boom. Somebody knocking on the door. So I'm telling my mama don't answer. Me and my sister don't want her to answer. But, she goes to the door. We go with her holding on to her leg and everything. Scared to death. And it's this dude there. He had a snub nose 38, I think. I remember that shit. It was chrome. I'm trying to see if it was a handle black or white, but I remember that shit. He put that shit to my mom's forehead and told her to apologize. Cause apparently they got into an argument and she said something about his daughter or some shit right there. But he put the gun to her head and he was saying that she don't apologize, he gonna blow her fucking head off. So at this point, I'm scared to death because I'm thinking my mother finna die. And each time the thunder flash and like the lightning flash and you hear the thunder, it's like I think that my mother's dying. She's getting shot. So my mother apologized to the guy, and we went in the house. But it was that day right there that I pretty much started hating people, and I started feeling pathetic because here it was, I was about to lose my mother, and I couldn't do anything about it. Couldn't protect them. No family down here, just me and my sister and my mother. And these people down here, back in the days, I don't even know how they do it now. But back in the days, if you beat them, they go get their cousins and all their friends. They try to jump on you, and they really didn't give a fuck if you had family or whatever down here. And it's just crazy because I remember my mother holding on to us as they bust out our windows. These people taking the power meter out of our apartment, and the guy holding up the gun to my mother's face and pretty much saying he finna blow a fucking head off. And I'm pretty sure in my mind my mother died at least 7 times in my mind. Every time you hear the thunder from the lightning flashing and stuff, and it was a crazy night. And I mean, I still feel like a pussy because I didn't help, because like my sister was out there fighting, my mother was fighting, and when I ran out there, some dude that was bigger than me came and pretty much bowled me. Now I'm in the goddamn ground and, crying and shit. Made me feel helpless. So that's why one of the many reasons, because I have more stories like that, of why I love the box and why, I don't like hurting people, but I love boxing. I love protecting my family because that's all I got. And everybody asks why me and my sister so close, because that's all I ever had. And damn near every day it was threatened to be taken away from me. And like I said, I have a very, very small family, small circle, and I care so much about them, and I just don't want them to get harmed or hurt, and I don't want them taken away from me. So I'll fight anyone, do whatever. But my sister, that's the courage.